Why, hello, hello, hello. It's all Chanel today. This is a best of Chanel video. And I have to say, I'm feeling pretty good about the look. I have to say though, anytime I pull out vintage Chanel, I always am impressed with the way it ends up. But not all of it is vintage today. There are actually some Chanel products that still exist to this day that you can still buy. Well, sort of can still buy, and that are absolutely excellent. So what I'm gonna do is walk through everything that's on my face, talk about why I consider it best of, and when it's a, quote, a vintage product, which most of it is, I'll give you, if I can, the dates and some ideas about the collection and that type of thing. So if you've been watching me for a while, you know, first of all, I worked for Chanel way back in the day, so I am an aficionado. Two, I'm a big believer in investing in quality. You figure out what's worth it to you, you do that type of investment, and then you keep it forever. My car, or as long as you can, my car, I was talking to someone about this the other day, my car is 17 years old. I have no plans to get rid of it anytime soon. The car is fine. It's a fantastic car. It was expensive for its time, no doubt. But for me, it was a 20-year investment. That's again, this is just how I am. And I feel like I would rather pay, you know, a considerable amount of money for something that is really well made, that's going to last me a very long time. For like big investments, you know, cars, houses, for me, clothing, bags. One of my, my luxury declutter video just went up, and I'll be honest with you guys, as I went through that declutter, more and more, I went through all my bags and like, did leather cleaners and stuff. Now I don't want to get rid of any of them. I'll be very honest. That's where I'm at now. Now I'm just like, no, I'm just going to keep everything because everything was so much better made back in the day. Anyway, I won't go off on that rant. But so when I started to do like these types of videos where I pull out, my older products, I really have a focus on quality. Like that is the most important thing to me. It's not about the tagline. It's not about the name on the back. It's not about how rare it is or if someone else can get it, or it's, something that's going to really stand the test of time. My dad basically designed and built our house here in Massachusetts. I grew up in a place called Winchester with the help of my mom's family. My mom's family was in construction. And, that house there, he built the stairs to that house. If I can find a picture, I'll put it up. And my dad was an electrical engineer. So he was like a very, very specific kind of person. Those steps, they were built so, and this is not just me saying this because it was my dad. Of course, I'm very proud, but still, everyone who talks about it, there's not even a crack. There's not a crack in those stairs. And the house is now, wow, 45 years old. Those stairs are 45 years old. There's not a crack. Because literally, he did things like going far below the frost line than you actually have to. And building it in such a way that I'm going to guess it could last 100 years before you see any, damage to it. Maybe that's where I get it from. For me, that's what I want. In everything that I do, I want to invest the time, money, whatever it is, in something that's really gonna last. And these products from Chanel, and like I said, some of them are more modern, I feel give me that. I feel that way about jewelry and bags like you saw in my declutter. So that leads me to the jewelry that I'm wearing today. And I'd like to thank Idyl. Idyl is sponsoring this part of the video. I have been wearing these earrings actually, and I'll make sure I do a close-up on these. Don't worry, I'm gonna have close-up video and pictures of the earrings themselves. But I've been wearing these earrings for like the last month in a lot of my videos, and I haven't talked too much about it, but Idyl was having a sale and I did post about that. Again, as I've been saying, it's so important to me to have pieces that I really feel are, really excellent quality and things that I can keep forever, as long as I possibly can. And these are 100% solid gold pieces. So they don't irritate the ear. I have allergies to everything and, bizarre reactions to things. So these are solid gold. Now I chose white gold for these pieces and for the necklace. And like I said, I'll show you close-ups because it's so hard to see some of these things on camera. They are not costume jewelry, so you can wear them in the shower, you can wear them like 24/7. I fell asleep with these in the other night, which was weird because they're incredibly comfortable. I was just like, oh, and I woke up in the morning, I was like, I still have earrings in. What are you doing? They are made of sustainable, man-made diamonds, and they're absolutely stunning. So I love the fact that, again, solid gold, they're man-made and sustainable, so I feel very comfortable with that. And then there's the modularity of these pieces. So let's say you want, just the studs. You can see it as the video is showing. You have the modularity of having the stud for your earring, and there's different sizes, and putting it in to all different types of designs so that you can decide, what you want to wear that particular day, but you always have the stud that goes into the different designs so you can change it up on a daily basis. And so the diamond studs, again, these are sustainable man-made diamonds. They come in petite, medium, and big. I picked the medium size, and again, I'll have close-ups of the picture of the studs. And they come in yellow gold, white gold, and rose gold. I picked white gold for the ones that Idyl sent me. I think the ones that I'm gonna order, maybe rose gold. I haven't quite decided yet. There's so many pretty different designs that it's just so hard to pick. These reminded me of some type of, I don't know, like star pattern in the sky. Like I was fascinated by these. Absolutely loved the way they looked. And they are called lives. So the piece that I'm wearing, which I'm gonna have to get some close-ups for you guys because on camera it's ridiculously hard to see, but it's such a beautiful piece. This is called Cocoa. And the reason I picked Cocoa is because Cocoa can be worn as a necklace like I'm wearing it, or it can be worn as an earring. So you can literally take out the stud, put it in the hole that's at the top here, and you can wear it as an earring. So I'd have to buy another Cocoa to have them match. But again, it's not always about matching. You can have like one long here, one shorter here, especially if you have like two holes, it kind of looks kind of cool. Solid gold chain like this is a 15, 17, and 18 inch necklace. I have it at the shortest length at the 15 inch right now. Again, 14 karat gold, this is white gold. Just, look how stunning. I put together a list for myself and for my husband for gift ideas for the future because there's so many pieces that I absolutely love. So what do I have on as foundation? So these are modern products. This is the Frosty White Le Beige's primer. Best primer I've ever used. I don't use very many primers, I will say, but honestly, absolutely awesome, 100%, limited edition, they don't exist anymore. I'm really hoping that Chanel brings them back because they really should. This is the Healthy Winter Glow Primer. I have a ton of videos of me using this. I also have it in my 10,000K giveaway. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, guys, go ahead and subscribe. I know you're watching because I can see the analytics. Go ahead and subscribe because once I hit 10,000, I can do the giveaway, and I love doing giveaways. So just go ahead and subscribe so I can do the amazing giveaway. Here's all the pieces that are in the giveaway, by the way. But yeah, this is in there, and this is just a great glowy emollient, but not like sticky or too heavy. It's beautiful, and it comes in the pearly white, icy beige, and copper. Again, Chanel, if you ever watch this video, please, please, please bring this product back because it's totally worth it. Now this product you can actually buy. This is the Touch the Tent. This is in B10. This product is basically like the old Touch product where there's little teeny bubbles and you put it on the back of your hand. It's got these little teeny like these foundation pigments in it. And then you like kind of smush it up and run it around and you get the perfect foundation. This is like a light coverage foundation. It's phenomenally good. I recommend this to everybody. I've been recommending it to everybody since it came out. Hopefully Chanel doesn't get rid of it. It's fabulous. It's glowy, not too glowy, gives enough coverage but not too much coverage. You can build it. It's great for more mature skin. I can't say how it works on oily skin. I will say that. But I know friends who have oilier skin and they love it. So strongly, strongly recommend it. It is like holy grail product for me, one of the best. And it just shows me that Chanel can still make these types of products in this day and age because it didn't come out that long. Bronzer, what do I have on? Today is the Le Beige's light bronzer. And yes, I have one of the bronzers in the giveaway. So again, this is a product that is relatively new. Came out 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago. Great product, was limited edition. I do see it some places, but you know, it was limited edition, so it's not something you can go out in the stores. I'm hoping that they reintroduce it as a regular product. Absolutely excellent bronzer, really smooth, really easy to use. And the thing about these bronzers that I think works so well is the shades aren't my favorite, I'll be honest. This is the light. I think the light's like kind of a little bit orange. But even though it's not my favorite shade of bronzer, the formula is so good and so smooth and so like, it really makes your skin look healthy that I find myself wearing it even though it's not my favorite shade. The only other thing, you know, that competes with it really is the Tom Ford Terra, but the Terra is such a different color that yes, I'm gonna go to the Tom Ford first, to be honest, because that's my favorite, but not everybody likes a cool tone bronzer. There are a lot of people out there who want a warmer bronzer. And if you do, the Chanel one is absolutely beautiful. So again, this was only 2 years ago, so I know Chanel can hit it out of the park when they want to. Camelia highlighter, again, this is a relatively new product in the sense that it came out a few years ago. It is a beautiful highlight. It has this sort of peachiness to it that I think is unusual, because usually you see a pink or you see a white, but you don't necessarily see this beautiful peach. Dolce & Gabbana has one that's similar, but the formula here that Chanel does, when they do a powder product and they do it right, nobody touches them. Nobody touches them. This Camelia powder, again, is no longer in existence, but if you can find it, I would say it is worth picking up because the formula is outstanding. Smooth, goes right over, it doesn't accentuate pores, it gives you a highlight, but it's an elegant highlight, you know? I don't know if it makes any sense, but it just is. And it's one of those things that you will understand more as you age and your skin ages. At 20, you won't really get it, but I'm telling you right now, as you get older, it really matters the formula of a highlight, because highlight accentuates texture. It always will. And we all have texture. It's skin. That's what happens. But the Chanel powders, when they're done right, they enhance. That's all they do is enhance. And in that vein, my favorite product of all time, the Chanel blushes. Please, Chanel, listen to me and figure out a way to bring these back. Now, this was actually given to me from a friend of mine because I have been talking about wanting Tempting Beige, because I used to have it back in the day when I worked for Chanel, and I couldn't find it anywhere because this is like the best shade ever. And she gifted it to me, and I cannot thank her enough for that. It still smells like, I think it's rose. It still smells exactly the same. So you gotta remember, this blush is 30 years old and it's still perfect. I mean, it's perfect. Some of you have recently gone out and looked for the old Chanel blushes based on my advice and have written to me and said, oh my goodness, you were absolutely right. They are that good. And they are. I'll stand by it. Seriously, go find one. Now again, you have to buy from a reputable person. Like, you know, it has to be a product that was stored correctly and it's really Chanel. But if you find somebody who has a Chanel collection like mine, for example, and they want to get rid of, maybe they have 2 of them. I don't know why you would, but maybe they do. If they do, and they're willing to sell it to you, buy it. Because this will last forever, it feels like. Because I have ones now that are 40 years old. They still have the same scent. They still work beautifully. They enhance your skin. They make you look younger. Like, if that's even possible, like your skin looks better, like plumper. It's I know I'm sounding like, you know, I'm like, Jen, you need to calm down, but I have never found a product like those old Chanel blushes of old where I really could tell anyone, anyone, buy this, you will love it. It's that good. Like, it's just phenomenal. And those of you who've gone out and found them, back me up in the comments here, guys. Back me up in the comments. Lip liner. I have on the Nude Brune, which was my favorite shade from Chanel. Now, here's the interesting thing about the liners. The liners back in the day when I worked for Chanel, so late 90s, early 2000s, they were terrible. Recently, 10 years ago or so, they reinvented the liners, and the liners were fantastic. 5 years ago, sorry. Fantastic. Then very recently, like the last year, they changed them again, and the new ones, the colors aren't the same. Now, the formula is really good. The formula seems fine to me, but the colors aren't the same. So this Nude Brune doesn't exist anymore. It's a little different. It's like pinker. It's not bad, but it's not the same shade. So if you have older Chanel, like 4-year-old, 3-year-old liners, don't get rid of those. And when you go into store, try the new ones for those shades and figure out whether you might like the new shade better. That's fine. But just realize the new shades are different. The lipstick I have on is one of my favorite shades of all time. And this is Adrienne 402. This shade was 2015. It is a kind of warm-toned, medium dark peach. It's kind of hard to explain, but it looks so good on. For me, it's the perfect nude. This is a great shade. And again, this is 2015. It has not gone bad. I have not exposed it to light. And it's sitting in a special box. But it's going to go bad eventually because it's cream. And I know that. So I do wear it. But I really wish they would bring this shade back because eventually this is going to go bad and I don't know how to replace it. But I absolutely love it. And the creaminess of it, the formula of it, again, this is a Rouge Cocoa lipstick. They still make Rouge Cocoa lipsticks, but there's a little bit of difference. And I don't know exactly what it is, but this formula, it's like silk. And so let's get to the eyes. My eyes, the look, I love the entire look, but the eyes, this is my favorite. So we've got a couple of different pieces here on my eye. So I'm going to go through them relatively quickly. So we're staying in this, you might notice a pattern that a lot of these products are from 2014, 2015. This is Tisse Rivera, which is one of the best quads of all time, in my opinion. It is cool tone set of shades with a pop of blue. There is a metallic blue in here. I'll swatch it for you. A light pink, gray, and then there's a deep navy blue that almost looks black. And the formula, of course, is amazing. But these shades together, I don't know, they just work. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. One of my favorites of all time. And because it's powder, hopefully it will last me a very, very long time. But, you've got this light, this is the silvery bluish gray. This, believe it or not, is not black. It's got like a navy to it, a cool pink, and this metallic blue, which the metallic blue is, it's fantastic. I have to say, like, I want to see more of that. I know we've seen some of that from Chanel, but I want to see more of that from them. And then the liner that I have on, the liner, so I have two liners on. This one is Fervent Blue. Now, I'll be honest, I can't remember when Fervent Blue came out. It's like a bluish purple, but you can see how bright it is. So I have that on my lower lash line. It's an absolutely gorgeous purpley bright blue. And then on my upper lash line, I have a precision eye definer in Regal Blue. And again, I can't really remember. I'm like, when did Regal Blue? So all of you out there, help me. I don't have time, unfortunately, to get dates, but that's Regal Blue. You can just see how gorgeous that is, right? I mean, come on. Come on. And so that's on my upper lash line. But it doesn't end there, folks. The reason that I actually thought about doing this video was because Chanel is coming out with new eyeshadow pencils. The eyeshadow pencils, they are new, right? But Chanel had eyeshadow pencils 10 years ago, a little over 10 years ago. And I have them in a bunch of shades, and I'm gonna do a comparison to the old ones versus the new ones once they come out. But this shade is called Blue Bay. I don't know if any of you out there have it, but if you do, hold on to it very tightly. So this is Blue Bay. Look at this. And I have it on my eyes in addition to the other shades. That's why it looks like a little bit more sparkly, and I'm gonna put it on a little bit over. See that shade? Look at that. Look at that. Now these were called the Fresh Effect eyeshadows. And I don't know why Chanel got rid of them because they are stunning. They go on so easily and they stay on all day. Like, these are the kinds of things that you literally just stick it on your eye and you're like, oh, I can go to the pool because like it doesn't come off. They are so good. Like I said, I have them in tons of shades and I will do the comparison video when the new ones come out. But this is about 10 years old. Yeah, 10 years old. And, you know, look at these shades. Look at these shades of blue. Like, you can tell, I like blue. I feel like Chanel is starting to recognize, like, their most recent, you know, summer collection. I think they noticed that, let's face it, we all love blue. Well, we shouldn't say all. Lots of us love blues and greens and purples, and maybe they should do more of that in their collections. Let's face it, the bags, when you look at the Chanel bags, what are the ones that are always, like, the most rare and difficult to get? The blue, the greens. Like, there's an 18S, that's the name of it, emerald green bag that literally I've been wanting like my whole life, and it's, well, not that long. It's a very long time. It's been like 5 years, but it's, I don't know, like 20 grand now, because the green color and the blue colors that Chanel, like, they become iconic and everybody wants them. So like, come on, Chanel. Make colors like this again. We will wear them because they're stunning. So I hope the new eyeshadows that come out have shades like Blue Bay. Yeah, I kind of don't want to take this off now because I'm just like, I need this in my life. Now, last but not least, perfume. Now, I haven't always been the biggest fan of Chanel perfumes. To be honest, I don't have very many of the exclusive perfumes. I have one other big bottle than this one. I have Mizia, and that's it. That's the only other, this, you know, like the exclusive, this size. I have Coco Chanel and that type of stuff, but you know, I don't have the private collection, the exclusive collection. But this, Comete, the new fragrance from Chanel, I could bathe in this. To me, this is the perfect scent. Now, it's not going to be for everybody. I know that. No, nothing is. But honestly, this scent is one of those scents that just, I can just wear it all over and it doesn't bother me. Like, I suffer from migraines, and to find a scent that I find beautiful and intoxicating and elegant that also doesn't give me a headache, I mean, that's pretty rare. I absolutely love this new fragrance. And again, this is their brand new fragrance. So this is very modern. You absolutely can go out and buy it. It is expensive. There is no doubt. This is the large bottle. This is the, is it 8 ounces? 6.8 ounces. They do have a much smaller bottle. If you're not sure about it, you know, go out, try it in the store. If, you know, the price point of the large bottle, I know how expensive it is. You know, if you love the scent, get the smaller bottle. All I will tell you is they're not going to become cheaper. Chanel keeps increasing their prices all the time. So I probably will buy another bottle of this and keep it in a box and just keep it safe and like away from light, because I know they're going to increase the price on it. I just know they will. So I love it that much. It's become like the only perfume I want to wear. And I have a lot of perfume, as you all know. So absolutely thrilled with that. So again, Chanel, you can knock it out of the park. I've seen you do it in the last couple years. We've got an amazing primer, which of course you did as limited edition. Don't know why. You have an amazing foundation, but please do not get rid of. I will cry. You came out with a perfume that's my favorite perfume of all time. And you're reintroducing, I think what this is, we'll see. Please, please, my fingers are crossed, it's as good of a product as it was 10 years ago. And consider not getting rid of it this time, because I love these and they're cream and, you know, they're dwindling. And if you come out with good shades and they're excellent, I'm probably going to buy multiples, because I didn't do it back in 2000, I think it was 14. And so I have to do it now. So those are my holy grails. Those are my favorites of Chanel. There are more favorites out there. I will have more videos, but this one I wanted to focus sort of on a blue look because, you know, it's heading into summer. Idyl, thank you so much again for sponsoring part of the video and to sending me these beautiful pieces. And I cannot wait to purchase more modular pieces so I can build out my collection. I think this is going to be like my new mini obsession to build out my Idyl collection because I just love the modularity of it. For me, I love having that one piece, the stud, that I can then just add different pieces to depending on what you know, what interests me at the time. And they keep coming out with new types of designs. But they're elegant, they're classic, and just amazing quality. So that's it for today, guys. Hope to see you in another video really soon.